Hi, it's me again with Corel Draw Tips and Trick Part 2. I stated in that video yesterday when I made it that there's a lot you can do with this beyond what I've just done. And we're going to just play with this. One thing you could do is Control D and duplicate it and mirror it up and down and put that in there like a double heart. But that would be pretty easy and simple. Let's throw a little. Now, to do this, I've got to work in the center of the page. So I'm going to hit P, put it in the center of the page. Because I'm going to try to change this line up a little bit. So I'm going to get the twirl tool. I want it pretty little because I don't want to mess up the heart. And I'm going to grab it about right there and I'm going to twirl it, if it'll let me. Okay. Now, I don't have to do both sides because I don't want to do both sides. That doesn't look half bad. I think I'm going to twirl it maybe the other direction and a little bit closer to the heart. So you need to click on it. And let's call that good. Now, I said I don't want to do the other side because I want to make them, they got to be equal on both sides to meet up here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a 2-point line, hold down the control button, I'm going to hit P. And I want to, in this case, I normally would delete this, but I don't have to. I'm just going to take the Smart Fill tool and fill in that half. Now I am going to move it. Well, that's pretty far. And I'm going to left click, right click, and I'm going to duplicate it. And if I was doing it for real, I'd take more time. So I hit Control D while holding down the control button and do that right there. And then take both this and weld it. Hopefully it'll get rid of that line. And it did. No, it didn't. Sometimes it just doesn't work. One thing, I can't wait when I finish this video, I draw so many people's off their object and I get different. I want to draw in a hairline. So I've taken away that, but safely I'm going to fill it in now and move it over and then left click, right click. I'm actually going to do it in red and I'm going to make sure it's a hairline. Now, let's just move all this out of the way. Hope this looks halfway decent. Now we can, my nudge factor is still set on 20. So this ought to work because this is still in the same spot. So what I want to do is put that into there. We might have to squish it up a little bit. Let's squish it just a little bit because I want those showing. And like I said, I would take more time if I was doing this for real. So I've got that one selected. I'm going to shift select that one, EC. And then I can take this and fill in my Smart Fill. And that's what I get. Now I can nudge that over. I can actually take away. When your nudge is this big, you can nudge stuff out of the way. Now I'm going to bring in my indexing lines and I'm going to make a duplicate of it, but I'm going to use the transformation docker like I did in the other ones. It makes it a lot easier. And whenever you get the shape tool, it's because you didn't hit the center. Go up to Windows, Dockers, Transform or Transformation, depending on what version you have, and everything's the same. Not that cool, but pretty cool. Just your imagination could go wild on what you want to do with this. And now that I think about it, I would want, you know what, let's just do it. Let's make thicker lines. Let's move that out of the way. The video didn't take very long. Don't know how easily you can make thicker lines. Well, we really can't. There's always a way you can. I'm going to remember 20 inches on your nudge factor. I'm going to make my nudge factor 5. And I'm going to make it different. So I'm going to draw a rectangle around it. And I'm going to go here and fill that in and nudge it down or over, and then nudge that one over and that one over and that one over. And then I'm going to go and, you know what, I didn't have to do that. I'm going to go here and, well, the easiest thing to do. So I didn't have to do that. All I have to do is fill that in. But I don't know that I can contour this. Let's see if we can. So I didn't need to do that smart fill stuff. Contour. Let's contour to the outside, 0.2. That's too much. You know, you never know because you're drawing little bitty items or big items. Let's go 0.05. See, that's going to make it quite a bit thicker. You know, and that wouldn't look too bad either. You could actually color these in different colors. So instead of doing that, let's color them in. So let's take this box. Remember, I got to set my nudge factor. Well, you know what? I don't have to because I'm going to put it right back. So 3 times. I'm going to grab this and I'm going to color it in after I get it in there. I'm going to shift select. And people, if you don't understand what I'm talking about, and I think I saw something move, but I didn't. I thought I saw the box move. If the box moves, then you're going to be off. Let's shift select. By shift selecting and shift holding, I'm holding down the shift key while I'm moving and it's helping it grow from the inside out. Now, I don't know that this is going to really work, but we can take the Smart Fill tool and we can go blue, green, and red. Maybe not the best choice of colors, but it'll at least show it off. Okay, we have those colors. Now, as long as we select this and not anything else, we'll just get that. Move that back. Now, I don't know how this is going to work. Well, hopefully we can group it. Because if I combine it, I think I'm going to lose my colors. And see, let me show you what happened. It turned it all blue. And now my twirl doesn't look as good and everything. But so I'm just going to try to group it. And that way I can get the same color. Now, I'm just 2 nudges away from being there. So I'm going to nudge this out of the way. I'm going to change my nudge factor to, well, you know what? I don't need anymore. I'm just going to take my virtual segment delete key and delete all this. You see how the indexing lines actually stopped. So now I can, it didn't get that one. See if I can get to the center of the page. There we go. This might look pretty cool. And maybe especially if you did some more colors. Double click on the rotation, put it in the center. You know, if you're going to do a lot of these and playing around, then this is smarter because you've already got this open. And look at that. Now, our twisty doesn't look as good because it's 3 wide now, but it's quite a bit different. It's quite unusual. And if we, you know, you can try a weld to this, but it might take away your colors, and it did. So you have to have it just grouped. So just take it and go to object and group. And then you could still use, which you wouldn't want to on this interactive fill tool. But if you look at this in black, that's pretty cool. Anyway, and the possibilities are endless of what you could put in there. Anyway, I hope that helped a little bit, and thank you for watching.